Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Grill and Bar and Maeve's Bar Sligo.
220.
Christ almighty, man.
220.
Not even ready.
220 episodes.
You do have an awful habit of going...
Switch on.
I just need I need everyone to know what episode number it is, because otherwise we can't do this.
Because then everybody knows it's Mark's birthday.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It does. Everybody, I'd say anyone that knew how things were running, it's very likely now the episode 220 will be done on Mark's birthday.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a fucking weird obsession. You have two obsessions. There's two things Ray's obsessed with in this world, right? And by this world, I mean the podcast world. One is just making sure everyone knows that when they're listening what episode number it is.
Yeah.
And the second one is, I don't care who we're talking about as long as everyone knows their full name before we talk about them fully. And I don't know why. I don't know where... Is that like a mental block in your head?
I don't know. Look, it's just a very unique character.
I don't know. Is you fucking...
Well, you were going to take a sucky out or something there, weren't you?
Yeah, but you started shouting into my ears then.
But go on, take
220!
It's terrible with the energy.
220!
Energy!
Jesus Christ, man. I haven't the energy. I'm not at my age. I don't have the energy for this kind of crack, man. You know?
Can we say what age you are?
You can say what age I am.
42.
Yeah. I'm not 42, you bitch.
Yeah,
Christ almighty.
42 minus 10.
I'm 32-year-old.
32 years old.
And sure,
one more before you die, like Jesus.
Who's that when he died?
33.
Isn't that Kurt Cobain? Jesus, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Courtney Love.
Them. Courtney Love.
They all died.
Courtney Love is still alive.
Oh, is she?
She is.
She's dead to be, Ray. Don't
That
talk.
girl is alive and kicking.
Don't talk to me about that bitch, Ray. She's dead to me now.
Getting the pension.
No,
from Kurt.
27 is the year that all the famous people started passing out. Yeah. Except for Jesus, he lasted 6 years more than them. Was he 33-year-old when he went?
That's when he went.
Jeez, you're too young.
Very young.
He was gone too young, Ray. He was gone far
Take
too
a
soon.
sucky out of that. I can't.
I have a fucking clue where it is, man. It doesn't matter hell. He was gone far too young, man, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And he was a lovely fella, apparently.
Actually, I had that thought. I was down at home there last week,
right,
sitting there with ML and Carmel at the breakfast table having a scrambled egg on the toast.
Yeah.
And on the radio came on the deaths. And I was listening to them and they were grand, you know.
Jesus Christ, 33.
Well, no, yeah, but I still thought to myself, imagine if the death is
Midwest
that has
was
been,
actually on it, yeah.
That Midwest has been something that's been in place since the rise of society.
Do you know what? Sometimes it feels like Midwest has been actually something that's been there since the rise of all society.
So they're around the time of Jesus. The death is occurred of Jesus Christ. Otherwise, ni Yeshua.
Yeah. Gone too soon.
Gone too soon. Family flowers only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
reposing at the cave with the big stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder, actually, never mind. I was going to get way too sinister with it there.
Yeah, no.
I'm definitely not doing that. If you've learned anything, we don't make fun of religion on this podcast at all. Even the Roman. Sorry. Before we go any further now, I had to say this. If anyone out there listens to like music, songs that has notes and words and stuff and some chords,
melodies and stuff.
Yeah, like melodies. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know it. You've heard of music. Yeah. The Mary Wallopers have a brand new album out called, I think it's called like Irish Rock and Roll or something. Right. Why? You don't like them?
I don't know.
Why? Because they give out about the establishment. Is this?
No, not that.
Yeah, no, it's exactly that. You pig.
From a government
if they had a song that said, "I just think everyone's doing great, let's leave them alone."
Leave the government alone.
Whenever I think of me, Leo Varadkar, I think, yeah.
Leave the government alone.
Yeah, so they have a song on it called Gates of Heaven.
Right.
And Christ almighty, lads, if you have 5 minutes after this podcast is over, listen to the lyrics in that song.
Right.
It blew my head gasket.
Yeah.
In the car, man. I was driving way too fast. No, I
was
on the way to
a song.
No,
because I am not enjoying none of the songs. Not that I'm not enjoying them; they're fine.
Yeah,
but fine is not a word you want to associate with something.
Yeah,
you want to go as marvelous, like what you said.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Gates of Heaven, you say.
Yeah, Gates of Heaven. But it's funny you say that now. That most music is quite ordinary and fine now, and that's where I think they stand out a little bit. At least there's a little bit of something that's a little bit of devilment in them.
Only because your man has a funny hairstyle.
No, but everyone has a funny hairstyle nowadays, man.
That's an exceptionally funny hairstyle.
Is it fuckery? What is it fuckery? Is it fuck? Walk around the town and see some of the hairstyles that people are going around
I'm
in
not
now,
saying
man.
They're not.
I saw a man out last night in a pair of kickflip jeans, man. I haven't seen kickflip jeans.
What are they?
They're old skater boy jeans. I used to wear them when I was 13. Big baggy skater jeans.
Right.
I haven't seen them, Ray, since 2005.
And your man was wearing
That's
them.
what boys are wearing now, and a big, massive, dirty mullet on him.
Oh.
And I thought, Jesus Christ.
Just
so
the way it's going,
if you
I
think the
suppose.
boys in the Mary Kendys have stupid haircuts, Mary Kennedy actually is an artist. The Mary Kendys.
Mary Kennedy.
I'm telling you, listen to the Gates of Heaven. It's all about the church.
Right.
Oh, it's great lyrics. It's unbelievable. There's some unreal fucking lyrics.
Will you be performing this song now in your own live set?
No, because it won't do anything good because it's not a stupid song.
Okay.
So it won't get into the charts. Okay. Unless you have a stupid song, it won't be in the charts. It's a waste of time. Like
young ones won't be entertaining anything it's not stupid.
They won't be entertaining nothing that makes sense. Not a chance. No, not at all. Or even not even make sense. It's like anything with a little bit of substance to it. They're just like, no. I'm not calling out anybody around. I got sent on a song, right, from a band in Ireland, right? They're from up north, right? And I got sent this song on Instagram, and they're doing a gig in the west of Ireland soon.
Okay.
Charging a fortune for tickets. And I got sent the song, and all the message underneath from the gentleman who sent it to me was, it's over. As in, it's over. Music, we've lost.
Oh.
And the world is now fully upside down. And I don't want to call out bands.
I really wish you called them out.
I'll show you who it is afterwards.
Because you know me, I have an awful compulsion to call people out.
Yeah, you want to say the full name, give their address, PPS 806. Unreal. I tell you what, Ray, it's gone backwards now, you know? And it's absolute tripe that does be inside and
I'm sorry
above.
Now to hear that.
It's so bad, the tripe is so bad that I think Taylor Swift is a brilliant artist.
Oh, what do you mean? But she is a brilliant artist.
Yeah.
Oh, so things have gotten so bad that you're now appreciating
I
more.
think if Taylor Swift was out in the 80s,
yes,
we'd all go, oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Whereas now, because she is relatively decent, everyone goes, oh my God, she's just the best ever.
That's a very contentious now.
What do you mean?
There now.
Well, what do you think?
There's an awful lot of Swifties around the world.
Yeah. Well,
think she's the best thing that ever came out in anywhere.
As swift as you can, get into your DMs and send me a message and call me a prick. I don't care.
Right.
When you look at it now, I think the Mary Wallopers are great because at least there's a bit of old divinity to them. Do you know what the best thing Irish people do is? And I don't know if Gates of Heaven was written by them or not. I don't know this.
They could have had a team of writers.
They could have.
Yeah, could have been foisted upon them by the record company.
Like Taylor Swift, it could take 14 people to write Shake It Off.
I
don't know.
She writes all their own stuff all by herself.
Does she actually?
She does.
No, does she really?
Yeah,
There's no other writers?
Does, yeah. There might be people that might help.
No, but let me just...
They might assist.
No, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong.
No. She might have helpers, people that print out the stuff for her, or perhaps, buy her new pencils. But otherwise, it's mostly her now that does be writing the lyrics as you're frantically looking it up on the Google.
It's not that I'm just looking it up on the Google.
Speaking of frantically looking up the Google, I wonder did Brendan find someone to fix the television? Would he ever go off and buy a new television?
That fella wouldn't spend Christmas. I tell you, there's nothing thrown out in his house, Ray. Not a chance.
Giving it away to someone and then I went in and it needs something fixed.
Okay, yeah, whatever, yes.
He was giving it away, was it? Man.
Yeah,
okay, Jesus Christ.
What did you find there now?
Yeah, it's perfect. So, who wrote "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift?
I can only imagine it'll be the one.
Let's just see.
Even there in that
Swift
statement.
wrote the lyrics and composed the melody.
That's it.
And it was produced by Max Martin and Shellback. Now, Shellback must be a corporation or something.
He's a turtle.
Because there's no way.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that's now working for Taylor Swift.
This doesn't even make sense. Did Max Martin roast Taylor Swift songs?
Yeah, good.
So
So, am I correct in my statement about Check It Off?
Martin can also contribute to her follow-up record. He co-wrote and co-produced Shake It Off, Blank Space, Bad Blood, Wildest Dreams, Styles, New Romantics. But the thing is, Taylor Swift is a single artist.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that. Yeah, you're right there, Ray.
No, you might be right there, Ray.
I'm just
saying. No. But I'm telling you that Taylor Swift is a decent artist.
She is, in fairness.
But would you be passing much heat in her now, really, if the state of music nowadays was gone so bad?
I don't think the state... Look,
it's cocaine music.
Me and you are always going to disagree over this. I don't think the state of music has gone bad. I think you've gotten older.
So what new artists are you listening to?
I'm not, because I too have gotten older.
Yeah.
So we've reached our father's age.
Yeah.
When we were young, we go, isn't that marvellous tunes? Tub Thumping by Chubbawamba.
Yeah.
And they turned around, my father turned around, that's American Muck. And I said, they're an English band.
He said, I don't care, that's American
Muck. I don't care, that's American rubbish.
Yeah.
And he says, what you want to be listening to now is the Show Band Show and Dickie Rock and all this sort of stuff.
Oh, man.
Which was massive in his time.
They're not like a bit of Dickie.
Oh,
Ray.
Yeah, you've turned into your father.
I haven't turned into my father.
For musical taste.
That's because I am a father. I was listening to an interview with a gentleman who set up a company called Satanta Records or something years ago in Ireland. And they
Sounds
used to
like something you'd find in Ireland West television.
And they used to find all these old punk bands in Ireland and send them off to America and make them big because Ireland didn't give a shit about them. And then he was doing an interview.
Yeah.
And Satanta Records closed down in 2012. and they said to him, do you have a graw or do you miss kind of the music industry?
Yeah.
And he said, actually, no. He said, the great thing about it is I've no nostalgia left because the music industry has gone to shite now.
He got old.
No, he said it's gone to shite, so I've no interest in being in it at all.
He
didn't get old. You get old.
That's what happens.
No, it doesn't.
Because if you were 18 or 19 now, you'd love everything that's happening around you because you'd be full of exploration of musical tastes and trends and cultures.
No.
Why is the Tumbling Paddies got so popular with old Irish songs?
So why have the Tumbling Paddies got so popular with old Irish songs? Brendan is asking there in case anyone missed it. Yeah.
Young people have rediscovered it and went, oh my God, this is marvellous.
Because there's so much other shit.
No, just happened to like it.
No, but it's because they're going, I'm looking for something. Let's go back
I'm an
to
awful annoying bastard. I'm
Anyway,
the devil's advocate.
What I was going to say was, Ray, the best thing that Irish people do is when they write folk songs, they tell stories.
Yes.
And they tell them quite frankly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not dressed up in any kind of nuance or anything.
Yeah.
If you say, what's that song about? Well, it's actually about a fella who lost 3 cows. If you listen to the verse, it'd be going, Timmy walked down the road. What happened? He couldn't find them. He lost 3 cows. And you're going, lovely.
That was a great song.
I know exactly what that's all about now, poor Timmy.
Like
and then the second verse, we go, poor Timmy, he wasn't the same since, man.
Yeah, like The Streets of London by Ralph McTell. It was literally about the streets
of London.
Have you seen The Old Man?
Yeah, and on the streets
of London.
He took a shite in the corner. Yeah, and it's fucking, some of them are a little bit more nuanced. Do you, for instance, know what the Old Triangle means?
No. Is it a place in Dublin where you'd meet people?
No, that's the George. Right. Yeah, no, that's a different thing altogether.
The Owl George.
So the Owl Triangle was written by a gentleman called Brendan Behan.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't he a famous playwright?
Yeah. Or it might have been written by his brother Dominic, actually, who wrote the music. I'm not sure. Anyway, one of them boys. But the Owl Triangle is about a fella sitting in prison, missing his viewer. Because the Owl Triangle goes jingle jangle means that every time you had to go lights out or whatever, your man would ring the bell.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there going, I'd wish I was in a female prison, riding all the women.
Right.
He says,
he's just frustrated.
To begin the morning, a screw was bawling. The screw is the cop, the prison officer.
Yeah.
He was bawling at me, get up, you bowsy,
and
clean out your bed. So that's what your man sitting inside in the prison, yeah. And then, like I said, at the end of it, he says, in the female prison. There's a verse in it said, I wish to Jesus they'd raise me wages from £2.
How was he getting wages from the prison?
Because you always have to get paid in the prison.
You get paid in the prison.
Did you ever see Inside the Joy?
No.
Oh, it's a wonderful documentary, I think, on TV3 Virgin Media.
TV3 Virgin Media.
And the boys have a tuk-tuk shop, right?
Yeah.
Where they go in and buy amber leaf and Jaffa cakes.
Oh.
And I was just thinking to myself, when I was watching Inside the Joy, I was going, it's not that fucking bad, is it? Because you don't have any tax to pay. Right? And you have no like rent or anything.
No.
And then every so often, you will either get an allowance from the state or your missus minding the babies at home can send you in £20.
Yeah.
And you can just go and buy Jaffa cakes and smoke fags. And I was going, do you know what? I might fucking go out and burn a house down because this place is fucking marvellous.
It is.
The only problem is you're fearing for your life every day with murders.
Yeah.
But if you got a lovely little cell, apparently there's some lovely cells in there now. You know, a 2C apparently is beautiful. 2C is...
City view.
I mean, to see it now, Ray, you would be absolutely delighted. I'm just saying, like the prison service, you know, everyone go, like, I don't know. I think if I ever found myself in trouble, this is always a question we used to ask in school. If you found yourself in trouble, would you not just break the law and try and get yourself in? Inside in Castlereagh, I've said it before, lads, inside in Castlereagh, there's a housing estate. And if you suck the right Mickey, you can be inside in that housing estate. You can, Ray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do all the right things around the place.
Option.
It is an option, Ray.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for anyone out there, you can never, if you feel like you're about to hit rock bottom, go out and burn out a car or something. Now, don't go too far. Come on now, lads. Do you know what I mean? Don't go out, you know, don't do the real sinister stuff. But maybe, I don't know, spit at a baby in a pram, something. I don't know if that's even a crime, but start
probably
with that.
Probably during COVID it was, yeah.
Just to build yourself up, start with something like that. Call a mother a bitch. Something just to start to get onto the roads of petty criminalism, petty crime, Ray, and get yourself locked up in Castlereagh, and you might get a wee housing estate house. And you're actually elected.
And elected.
You're absolutely elected.
Okay, so it's an option. Did you see the Beckham documentary?
Oh my God, above. I did not.
Speaking of watching things on television.
No, and I used to like David Beckham. I used to say,
what do you mean, no, you haven't seen it?
No, I can't be arsed watching that.
Is it because you know how everything turns out?
No, I mean, sure, I still went to see Jesus Christ Superstar. I knew he ended up on the cross.
No,
do you know what I mean?
But
I knew what the whole time I was watching Jesus Christ. I was going, you don't know what's fucking coming here now. He's going to be put above in that joke.
Well, me and Laura sat and watched it for the weekend, the 4 episodes.
Why did you watch it?
Well, because we thought this would be nice. Now, Laura wanted to watch it just to see what the crack, you know?
She wanted to see the inner society of Victoria.
What happened? I was like, sure, I'll watch it. He's an interesting character. It was marvellous for us because we don't remember any of the results of any of the games.
So
there was real palpable dramaticism applied where, will they win it? And I was going, come on. It was like watching the Mighty Ducks.
Do you know, Ray, if you want that buzz,
Yeah.
you should watch actual sport then.
I could.
I love the way you got a buzz out of a documentary about sport.
We
you
were
should
on
just
the edge
watch
of
the
the seat
sport.
looking at the FA Cup final back in '98.
Yeah, but you know there'll be games on this weekend. Watch them then.
No, this
Why
had them,
don't I watch?
because this had them nicely wrapped up into little nuggets of 4 or 5 minute sections.
Yeah, go on to YouTube and watch the highlights.
Yeah, I could do that too.
You know, when I started watching a program called Drive to Survive on Netflix, it got me mental into F1 because that's what it does. You go, geez, I must watch this stuff.
Did you like the Beckhams?
I used to like Dave Beckham. I thought he was a good guy. You know,
big parallels between me and him. Both my father.
there is there fuck?
There is.
Big parallels.
Both my father and his father used to kick the ball up in the air, and he used to catch it.
Yeah, he was able to catch it. That's the problem.
Yeah,
and he was able to.
But you
boost
could
it.
see there where my father was going. He was trying to make me into a little mini Beckham.
Well,
Do you know?
I'll tell you what.
And up until about the age of 14, I was nearly there. And then I found the music then.
Oh, you think it was the music? Really?
The music took
Ray
me away.
Ray would have been great at football if it wasn't for the music.
Music caught me.
And his absolute lack of any kind of athletic ability at all, and perhaps his clumsiness, and the fact that he wouldn't take his jacket off when he was running. All of that contributed. If it wasn't for us. Now, but you're on about Beckham there, and do I like him? And I fucking... Do you know what, Ray? I don't have the same... I just look at sports stars nowadays and go... They're just not very relatable nowadays, are they?
He was a big brand.
Yeah.
Like, he was a lot about the fashions and the...
Yeah. Sure, every time he changed his haircut, every young lad around the place went and got
massive.
it done. But he ended up, I think he was doing work for Qatar or Saudi Arabia. But I was like, that's the end of that.
I'll give you one piece of advice, though. Don't watch the Colleen Rooney bit, the Wagatha Christie documentary, after the Beckham one.
Why?
Because they're not nearly as good crack.
You mean... So Colleen Rooney is the one who did she do something, Jim?
Rebecca Vardy.
Rebecca Vardy.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rebecca Vardy.
Rebecca Vardy was one of Colleen Rooney's very close friends.
And
on
who's she
Instagram.
married to?
Jamie Vardy.
Fuck. I mean...
I know all these soccer
Brendan,
stars.
You know, when it comes to like the stupid social media side of it and the Love Islandy parts, Ray knows
I'm in there.
everything.
Well, I
then.
watched half it last night.
All of a sudden he knows all their names.
Yeah, but you see, it was awful things what Rebecca was doing.
So what did Rebecca do to Colleen?
Colleen was putting up, and this is the thing, Colleen would be posting out pictures of herself.
Colleen put up a photo, her at race day, and Rebecca Vardy just replied, shit hat.
No.
Was it stuff like
You
that?
genuinely not know.
Ray, why would I give a shit about
this
two
was
wags?
massive. No, this was massive. So first of all, Wayne Rooney was doing a dose of,
cocaine.
Bold stuff, not cocaine. He was caught drink driving a Beetle with some young one in the passenger seat.
Okay.
And it didn't go down great with Colleen.
Okay.
And there was a time where Colleen was kind of thinking to herself, well, I take him back. Yeah. And during this time, she was having talks and stuff, and she was staying with the mother and all this sort of stuff.
Right.
And putting up the odd photo of her and her 3 kids at the mother's house.
Right.
But next day on the Sun, there was an
Sun.
article saying, there she is there now above in the mother's house with the sons. And she was kind of going, wait, how did they know that? And then she realised that someone in her close, when you know, when you do a little green tag on Instagram, close friends only.
Oh, yeah.
She was posting on that.
Yeah.
And someone in that group, 24 of them, right?
Okay.
One of them ladies had leaked it to the Sun.
Right.
So then she put up a daft story. I haven't finished it now because we
try
got a
and
bit
catch
bored.
them out, was it?
Exactly. And caught them out. And then she put up an Instagram post saying the snitch is Rebecca Vardy.
So do you wonder, when you have those close friend things with the green tag, do you think she cut 23 of them out of it and put up that daft story?
She must have had her
So she
suspicions.
might cut out everyone else and then Rebecca thinks, I'm in a group with loads of people here, and then
she
she's
put
the
up
only
one
left.
particular story.
Yeah.
And then that story ended up in the Sun, and she's like, it was Rebecca because that was the one I gave Rebecca.
So when you think of someone like Rebecca Vardy, of what use is she to anybody then, if that's all she does? No, I'm being fucking serious here now. So Jamie Vardy, the most English-looking man I've ever seen.
Awful embarrassing for Jamie.
But it
Imagine
has
the wife
to be
doing
though.
that. Yeah.
It has to be. Jamie has to go, Rebecca.
Yeah. What we had.
You are a bitch, like.
And you're not stuck for a few pound, like.
Why are you
They've
doing
loads
this?
of money.
So, she's of no use to anybody.
Jealousy, Mark.
These are all.
That's
but jealous of what?
Absolute jealousy of Wayne, the good-looking man that you. Oh
yeah, she was jealous of your one with Wayne Rooney. All right.
Yeah.
Christ Almighty, man, he has a head like a melted welly. Fuck's sake.
Anyway.
He has a face like a bus mattress.
I thought it said bus mattress. I was like, what do you mean, like a mattress on a
Honest
bus?
to God, man. He looks like... Wayne Rooney, even though he's one of the best footballers I've ever seen.
He was marvellous in this. I got so much sport in this weekend.
But he always looked like he was in a constant state of bookies and pub. He just looks like every fella that went to the bookies and the pub for the rest of his life. It's unreal. He's in charge of Birmingham City now.
Yeah.
See, there we go. Like, just fucking everyone have a listen to what just happened there. The excitement in Ray's voice when he was talking about shit,
yeah,
absolute. And then I said, "Oh, you know," he said, and "You're like, yeah, no, I don't care about the sports
I
side
panicked
of it."
there. I thought I said yeah to something that wasn't true. I thought you were trying to catch me out.
No,
like
no,
Colleen
he
did
did.
to Rebecca.
He is. No, but and the thing, these fucking wags.
The Beckhams was a marvellous show, I have to say.
Well, they had. Didn't they have a woman called Rebecca as well that was a bit loosey goosey?
That wasn't really addressed hugely in the documentary. It was just basically Beckham said, it's very hard around that time. And Victoria said, yeah, it was very hard around that time. But
I'd say he was very hard around that time when he was battering the battle of a G-Wagon. He was battering that woman, wasn't he? Not battering her. I mean, like he was... Sorry, I don't want to be very crude about it.
Yeah,
he was absolutely lifting that woman out of it, wasn't he?
Apparently he got lonesome when he went over to...
Where?
Madrid.
All right, okay.
Yeah, and she was. I believe she was an assistant. Someone was looking after his appointments.
Oh, I'd say she was. Pencil me in there for 2:00.
Yeah,
what you need?
That's what it was.
A bit of old fatty.
Brendan waved at me there.
What you want at 2:00? I'd be a bit of.
It's kind of gone past now, but Birmingham City will be playing Leicester City, so Vardy versus Rooney is coming up soon.
Oh, so Birmingham City are playing Leicester City, so Vardy versus Rooney is coming up soon. But again,
that's totally irrelevant.
You're absolutely.
That's totally irrelevant.
You're just. It's just. You're going by everything I give a shit about really in sports. Like I have no interest really in a lot of the sports nowadays anymore.
Would you do me a favour and watch the old documentary on the Beckhams?
And then do you know the other?
See, you enjoy it. It's very good.
I can't be watching some fella who's making millions off guitar. I'm just going, how are they relatable? And then worse than that as well. Do you know what the relatable people are in or? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'd be saying, why don't you go down and watch your local JA team, right? And all the county finals are on these next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And all I'm seeing is people hitting each other, fighting, knocking referees over onto the ground. And I'm just going, jeez, there's nothing to watch anymore at all.
No, the Beckham documentary would be good, like. Watch that.
It's all a load of shite, Ray, to be honest. Have I anything left? Have I anything left, Ray? I'm wearing a Connacht rugby top now, right? My favourite team in the whole world, the Irish rugby team, got knocked out of the World Cup. Sorry. And I watched Connacht play the Ospreys and beat the Ospreys. And I just said, you know what? That's kind of nice for now. I think that'll keep me ticking over for a little while. Because I can't be watching these fucking millionaires running around the place. And then the opposite, then all the amateurs then boxing the heads of each other, throwing water on physiotherapists and pushing referees over. I'm just going, I used to love sport, Ray. I have nothing left.
I have some bad news for you.
What?
Do you know the way we have a very favourite fella in the podcast here, Vinny Higgins, Sligo's premier mic stand provider?
Are these rumours true, by the way? Did he do what we all think he done?
So Vinny Higgins is a very good friend of the podcast. He was there from the start with us.
He was at your wedding, Ray.
He was at my wedding.
I mean, and I wouldn't mind, but the wedding was so close in proximity to the crime that he committed that he knew at the time he was going to carry out this act.
He knew he was coming. Yeah, so I hope people are sitting down.
I actually feel sick. Stop. No, because I do feel sick.
People may know that the Two Johnnies have a new TV show called The Two Johnnies Lock In. And our Vinny has defected, and that is the word to use, is defected, because defecation is definitely one way of looking at it.
He took a shite in my chest.
He took a shite in our chest and moved to the Two Johnnies, because now he's providing mic stands to the Two Johnnies.
Isn't that unreal? He sent on a video, like, boasting about it.
Yeah. Look where I am today,
lads.
Yeah.
I mean, that is... You might as well. Do you know what?
What kills
That's
me,
like a fella coming in, right?
Yeah.
And riding Nicola and sending me a Snapchat.
What kills me is the idea that he was having the crack with the Two Johnnies. Like he used to have the crack with us.
That's what hurts the most, isn't it?
And I wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat thinking of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're probably laughing at us. Oh, you used to work with them.
You used to work with a pair of, them pair of lads
them
down
two flutes who can't get a fucking viral TikTok if their life depended on it.
Oh, I did watch the show though, and it was very good. It was. I was actually smiling the whole way through. It was very snappy, very quick. It's on Thursday nights on RTE.
Apparently.
And God bless them, they did a good job in it.
God bless them, but I wish them no luck taking our de facto sound.
One of the highlights with that Una Healy on, and she realised that you could do thumbs up with her toes.
I can do that.
No, you can't. You can't put your big toe up in the air while the rest of your foot is pointing down the way.
Are you taking the fucking piss?
No, can you do it? Can you?
Can I not put my big toe up while the rest...
he's taking off the shoe. No, but we take off. Let's see it. Let's see the whole.
Take off the sock if we have a right look at this.
No, because this was her big. Oh my God! You have the same skills as Una Healy.
Should we put this on camera or is it rotten?
Drop
Switch
that
over.
down.
That's right. No, don't. I can get it up.
Oh, can you get it up, Mark?
I can get it up.
That's
That
terrible.
is poor.
If you want to watch that, it's Patreon.
Do you know what? There's people who pay for foot content, Ray, in this world.
Brendan, like a big Egypt, is out in the hallway with his shoe off.
Everyone's going to try it.
Everyone. How can you not put your toe up?
I can't. No way.
Can you not do that?
No, my toes are all connected. They all go the one way.
Are you web-footed?
I'm not web-footed. They're not connected, but you know.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I realised that might have sounded.
Yeah.
But that was
All
one of the
my
highlights
toes are
of the show.
connected.
They also had a lady with a very tremendously hilarious laugh. Yeah.
I heard her.
And
She
they
was very
stuck-
good.
And they stuck her in a doghouse.
Isn't it just sickening? No, and I mean this truly. Like, the boys are just firing out some of the finest content going. And we are
robbing
like,
our staff.
Yeah, robbing our stuff, but we're like two flutes.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of making people's...
And they stole our
Careers.
guest. We have a live show coming up 2nd of November in Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre. Doors are at 7 and you can get in there 8 o'clock starts. We have the marvellous Justine Stafford.
And they have her on as well now, don't they?
And they have her on next week.
Unreal. Like, we're just... think about that just for a second, everyone at home. I'm sick of making everyone's career but our own. We made Alan Clark's career. We made Eric Roberts' career. We made Vinnie Higgins' career. And now we're going to... We announced Justine Stafford. And all
And
of a
they
sudden
took
now,
her.
And now all of a sudden she's... So, like, what do we have to do to make it big? Try?
We have to try.
Do we have to try?
Do we actually have to try?
Because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I've no interest in trying, Ray.
No.
I want to sit here and talk to you, two big old fat old bellies on us.
Fat
and
old
let's
throbbing
fucking-
old
big
veiny
old
old-
fat old big old throbbing old hairy old bellies.
Right.
You have stuff to get into, do you?
I have stuff to get into.
Yeah.
How do I either? I'm actually looking. Do you watch television much these days? No,
What do
probably
you mean?
not. There was a thing I was watching called In Love and Toxic. It's a therapy show. I already worked it. It was after the two Johnnies. I was skipping through the channels.
Is it a therapy show? Though?
It's a therapy show where there's couples talking to a therapist. And one, I just happened to watch in on one little couple from England. And the lady was talking about the fact that the gentleman was not providing for her.
Providing what?
Providing whatever she wanted.
Big old throbbing old.
No, he had that.
Okay, so you had a big
He
old
had the
throbbing
big
old.
old throbbing owl.
Yeah.
A big one as well.
A big old
big
throbbing
one.
old.
Like this would be one of the men that'd be a big one.
Yeah.
That's what has it going for him. Like,
Yeah.
But she would like a purse,
Like a Pringles can.
or a bag,
Okay.
or a new jacket, and she would.
Sometimes a big old throbbing old isn't enough for people. Like.
No, she says when I want something, my man should be able to provide it. So I'm asking you now, I suppose, from your perspective, when Nicola says I want something, do you feel obliged to provide it, or do you say no?
I mean, that's a funny one, that, because we have a weird relationship. We have a reversal of a relationship.
You say you want things.
Buy me something, I say to her. Buy me something nice.
Oh no!
No, it's not. It's that I'm sitting at home with Ali all day.
But
She's
you're
out
young-
working.
You're younger than she is, so you're the little.
Yeah, I'm the little prize pony.
Yeah, that's right.
So I say to Nicola, buy me something nice. I'm minding this child all day. Buy me something.
Yeah.
And then she rarely does unless I'm really good.
Yeah.
She'll go out and buy me something at old Turkish bar or something.
Yeah, well, this lady now was having serious problems with the fella because he wasn't purchasing everything she wanted.
So here's the thing, women.
But the previous boyfriend
You
was a
can't have
footballer
it. All right, who did?
who did.
Yeah.
And that's what ruined her.
Okay.
Because he made her think that's the way life goes. If you're the prize pony.
Yeah.
That you get.
Okay, that's a good thing, because here's the thing I'll say to women. You cannot have it every which way, okay? Because we can't be treating you as equals, right? And then listening when you say, well, you don't buy me nothing nice,
Yeah.
right? Because, well, if we're equal, right, how about I buy myself a PlayStation game and you go off and get your nails done, and let's not talk to each other, okay? That's the right way to run a relationship if it's going to be equal.
Yeah. What
You
was
know?
the last nice thing she bought you?
The last night, well, I mean, it's my birthday today, so that's not
Oh,
fair.
what did you get for your birthday?
She got
I didn't
me-
get you a present. Brendan, did you get him a present?
My love.
Like,
his
what a
love.
waste of time. Two
Yeah.
flutes in here are supposed to be friends of mine.
But I was kind of,
for dinner.
I was kind of
Unbelievable.
proud of it. Like I am bringing you to the Alan.
Proud of not-
I got you the ticket for the Alan Clark because you haven't given me the money yet. That's your birthday.
Oh,
present.
that's your way of saying, give me the money then. I have
Yeah,
no
no,
birthday
I don't
presents.
want. No, that's.
Just,
I don't
mean,
want the money.
Oh, do you hear what he said? Oh, you haven't given me money yet, so I'll just get that, is it? Yeah,
No,
that's the way you
but
said
I got
that.
it. I have tickets for the Alan Clark show at Donegal, Clanry Hotel this Thursday night.
Yeah.
Podcast only out. You've limited time, if not no time at all, to get to it.
Yeah.
But and Brendan got John Cleary tickets.
Again, this is stuff I haven't paid you for
That
yet,
was the-
and you're just letting me know that I
And
haven't paid
it's
you.
very funny that he actually asked you, have you paid me for that?
Yeah.
Joe? And now Brendan has made the very, very, very nice decision to now gift you that ticket, which you have said at the start of the show you're not going to use anyway, because you're going to watch the rugby that night.
Yeah.
But look, that's your problem.
But he's giving that to me now, is it?
Yeah, that's your birthday present.
So 2 tickets to 2 shows that I fucking didn't have a clue about.
Yeah, and one of them you want to go to.
Well, I want to go to both of them, but I'm a busy gentleman.
Yeah,
but come here, do you provide for Laura in that way? If Laura says to you, buy me a camel,
Yeah.
would you go, fucking, what's the closest trip? What's the best way to get to Egypt?
Okay, so what'll happen is she might say, geez, I'd love a camel. And then I would be considering trying to get her the camel.
Yeah, I think you definitely would.
That's a behaviour she is trying to knock out of me.
Yes.
Through, domestic abuse, etc. But she's trying to bait that out of me.
Trying to bait that out of
Yeah, because that can't happen. Like,
yeah, so
can't be getting
that
camels.
is, you are a little bit compulsive in that way, aren't you? As in, like, if someone says, I wouldn't mind this thing here.
I do enjoy the buzz of trying to get it.
Do you remember the great, no, I won't actually, we're better to that. I was going to say, do you remember the great, the penthouse problem we had?
What was the penthouse
whenever you
problem?
booked someone a penthouse and said, well, we're just going to pay for that now because, do you remember that?
Yeah, right at the start of the live shows, I might have been, thinking, wouldn't it be lovely now if we put them in a big fancy room and they'll think we're the big dicks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but if
Ray-
we put Vinny Higgins in the fancy room now, we mightn't have lashed them to the 2 Johnnies.
Well, Ray
Stuck him in with Tony Travers at the
one
wedding.
of our
That's
guests-
probably what happened.
One of our guests, Ray, decided to put them up in a big penthouse and didn't tell me and Brendan at all that we had to pay for this fucking thing.
Right.
That's your compulsive side.
I just want...
And I feel like if Laura said to you, do you know what? I was watching I'd love to get like a proper Turkish kebab.
Yeah.
You'd say, I'm after booking a flight to Istanbul. I'd be back in 2 days.
I'd love that.
What other crack have you at all now?
I've
I can't believe you didn't organise anything for my birthday.
Sorry.
Do you know what I was expecting? And I mean, it's my own fault. It's obviously my own fault for thinking that you would think about me this much. I was fully expecting to walk in here
And
there'd
a
be
cake.
a massive cake, a big cake wheeled in,
Sorry.
and like a hooer would pop out of the top of it, and Nicola would come up the stairs and say, "Mark,
Enjoy.
I'm fully on board with this."
Yeah.
And I'd say, Nicola, that's a fella, and she'd say, "Sit, stop now. Don't tell me you haven't thought about it. Now is your chance."
Right.
And I'd say, Nicola, I'm not. Oh my god.
So, bottom
is this
line,
really,
what I'm
is this
hearing
really
is-
happening? And I'd start going, "Oh my god, we about to kiss?"
You wanted a cake.
I wanted a fella.
Re-record that bit too.
I wanted something.
Yeah, okay, sorry, we didn't get you cake.
The only
But
person.
there were boys, though. Boys don't do that sort of stuff. Bring you for pints. If you were more than one, I'm bringing you for pints on Thursday night. Clanry Hotel Letterkenny. It's going to be a marvellous show.
I don't want pints.
I'm going to drive.
Oh yeah.
My van will be roadworthy again at that point. It's in the garage at the minute.
What's wrong? Is
I
up
left
with-
it in for service. I was thinking it was going marvellously. People will remember, obviously.
With Sticky Mensels.
With Sticky Mickey Stencils.
Yeah.
And Mickey Stencils rang me that evening and said, sorry, Ray, now, but the wheel bearing is kind of falling off the van.
Jesus.
And I said, all right, is that a big job? And he said, well, it's kind of unsafe to drive.
Right.
So I got away with my life. So Mickey Stencils is flat out fixing
When you
it.
get in the back?
Wednesday.
I bet you I'll end up having to drive to the shagging thing.
No,
now.
I'll drive.
And
Me-
you'll be drinking pints and I'll have to bring you home then.
No,
and
no.
You'll be driving home full of pints saying, Kendy, I just want to let you know I really do love you and stuff. And I'm like, take your hand off my leg, you pervert.
No, I'll drive. It's me, you and Laura going up anyway. I'll drive.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The three of us. Oh, that's good to know, yeah.
3 amigos.
Huh?
What?
How would I have fitted?
Well, Mark would have had to drive.
Oh, so there we go. So the plan was for me to drive all along.
Yeah, but now that Brendan isn't going and it's just the 3 of us, we can go in the van.
I get used and abused all the time by you. You know that?
Can I ask you some advice?
Yeah.
So, and I haven't yet again. Oh, anyway, right.
Oh, this is going to be a big one.
I want to ask your advice.
Yeah.
Myself and Laura, we did our mini moon
Oh, yeah.
in the Costa del Athlone.
You did.
We went to the beautiful Wineport Lodge.
Yeah.
Now, I may start this by saying Wineport Lodge is probably the finest establishment in Ireland for a good sleep and a bit of relaxation and beautifulness.
Yeah,
it's so cosy.
they've great
It's so
beds.
nice. They've the nicest beds in the world.
Yeah, they do.
And the whole thing about it is tranquil. Do you know, you
Yeah.
want, because we got a lovely blue book voucher from various friends and relatives, and we said, where will we go? We will go to Wineport Lodge.
Apparently, the staff in the Wineport Lodge, it's so relaxing that if you ask them a question, they shush you with put their finger up to your lips. Shh.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, Ray.
Yeah, we'll
Don't worry
yeah,
about
we'll
that.
sort that.
Shh.
Yeah, shh, say nothing. Say
I have
nothing.
that
Yeah,
sorted.
it's beautiful, right?
I have that sorted.
I had one thing that I wanted to ask you about, and I have 2 things I have to ask you about. The other thing is about Renault, but we'll talk about Renault in a minute.
And are these related?
They're both me feeling whether or not I should perhaps give the feedback from a customer service perspective to these establishments.
Okay.
So I've been debating whether to say this to Wineport Lodge or not.
Okay, good.
We had 3 lovely nights up in Wineport Lodge.
Yeah.
They were an absolute dream.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
One thing bothered me about it.
Go on.
I rang them in advance and I said, come here now, we're getting married. And this is our mini moon. So we're coming in as a newly married couple.
Yeah.
And I said, would there be any chance you'd have a little stuff in the room? So that I could, feel, excited bringing Laura in going, look, I got you a bottle of bubbly.
Right.
Even though Laura probably wouldn't drink most of that. She wouldn't drink the bubbly, nor would I probably.
Yeah, but it's only
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
So I'm delighted. I have to say, we landed at the room. Beautiful room in Wineport Lodge. And the bubbly was there with 2 glasses. Everything was great.
Okay.
We then proceeded to have 3 of the loveliest days you could possibly have on the mini moon.
Right.
Until Friday morning, we got the bill.
Oh, Jesus.
And at the top of the bill
was the
bottle of bubbly.
Oh, wow.
Now, during those 3 days, we had seaweed baths. Yeah. We had facials. We had full body massages.
I'm sure you did.
You did.
Oh, the full body got done. Oh.
So we didn't go to Wineport Lodge and literally stay in the room and not eat a bit.
No.
We had all the dinners.
Prostate,
right? We went full on out.
Right.
Infinity pools, everything. I was vexed. When I seen the bottle of bubbly at the top of the bill, I was going, where's the complimentary bubbly?
Yeah,
It was €19.
Yeah, no, but you know what? I'm with you, Ray, for the first time in 220
Could
episodes.
they not have hidden that €19 somewhere in the millie of money that we spent elsewhere?
Yeah, I think it's a thunder and disgrace.
I thought it was a thunder and disgrace.
Like it's not like you're a newly married couple. It's supposed to be a personal experience.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I met the Wineport just seemed like another business, didn't it?
It kind of felt businessy.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse. Whenever you go away to a nice place, you want to feel like, they're fucking,
they're
your
off
man.
Sound.
Your man, he pulled a stunt.
But it's same in a pub.
Your man pulled a stunt for me.
When you go into the pub and you get, here, take the first pint. Fair play to you.
Yeah, I want all of them. I hate paying for any pints in pubs. I want to have all of them.
And that is an arrangement we've been known to have.
Yes.
But, yeah.
We have been known to have that in some establishments here in town.
I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
But the point is here, is it an Irish thing? Do the Americans come over and expect that little bit? Because I know the Americans come over and they live loads of gratuities.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I mean, it depends who owns the
Am I being pure Maine?
No, I don't think you are. Did you ever see the episode of Father Ted where they land at Easter, John and Mary, and they land with a big thing full of chocolates, and they say, just for Easter there, Father, we bring you over chocolates.
Oh.
And he goes, oh, thanks very much. And they go, it came to £12, I think. Feels a little bit like that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, like,
yeah.
I do feel like they should have said welcome. I once was at a hotel when I was trying to get away from the world, and I went to Brafey House.
Oh, I remember this.
And Brendan's Tierney,
he's
a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
He rang ahead
He did.
and said, there's a friend of mine on a break right now with his lovely
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
And they bumped me up to the presidential suite for
Lovely.
no extra money.
Just to keep you away from
Bottle
the rest
of
of
wine
people, God forbid
inside.
something
Now,
would happen.
I think Brendan paid for the wine now.
Yeah.
But they bumped me up for nothing.
Yeah.
And that made
That's
me
the birthday present.
That was the birthday present, wasn't it?
That year, yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
So that made me think, though, do you know what? Fair play to the people in here now.
It
I
makes
kind of went,
such a
that's
difference.
lovely.
If that bottle of bubbly wasn't on that bill, I would have been thinking this was the greatest experience of my life, and I would tell. But it's amazing too when something bothers you about something.
Yeah.
You probably should tell them. I shouldn't be saying it on a podcast.
No, say it on a podcast. Here's the thing about saying it on a podcast, right? We're not that close to the Wineport people.
No, we aren't,
It's okay. It's like McGee's again.
And
all
I am
over.
saying they were marvellous.
Yeah, no,
They're
everything
the
was
most
marvellous except for
welcoming spot, except the fact that.
But you do sound like a prick saying, "Oh my God, they charged me for everything."
And of course, I signed into the Netflix and the television, and I was not watching at home with the Furies the last 3 weeks. I can tell you that much.
You were watching at home with the
No,
Furies?
but when I went in, you would go continue watching. There's a heap of stuff there. Schitt's Creek, At Home with the Furies.
Who was watching at home with the Furies?
Someone in the room we stayed in.
Oh man, imagine
because we
if
never
it was
signed out.
Oh yeah, you could have been using all their Netflix.
They've been using our Netflix. I signed in to watch stuff.
Oh.
And for the last 3 weeks, people have been watching stuff on my Netflix. And when I go in then to continue watching something, I have to search down 4 or 5 things
You're
down the line.
joking.
Because everybody else is watching stuff on my Netflix.
Why don't you ring the hotel and say sign out of my Netflix?
No,
in that
because
room?
that's not their responsibility. That's mine.
No.
When you leave a hotel room, you're supposed to sign back out, or you can automatically do it
But
from
Ray,
your phone.
you can ring them and ask them for a minute of their time
But
to
I don't
go up and sign out of your Netflix.
You do sound like an old man now at 32.
No.
You have the ability to do that on your phone. you can sign out. You can actually see what devices are logged into your Netflix, and you just sign out.
Oh yeah.
So I hope I signed out just at the moment they were watching at home with the Furies. And
that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right,
now you've no more.
Yeah,
just lying there in the bed, all happy out with their bubbly that they paid for, and I just that's the end of that.
And then the couple go, "Geez, I have to sign out. What do we do? Ride? Oh no."
The other.
Try and sign back in, please.
The other customers are switched off, switched on again. The other customer service thing was, I want to send an email to Renault. I actually want to go to Renault in France, just outside Paris.
Okay.
And I want to talk to them about the design of their vans.
Okay.
They have moved. They have moved where the gear stick is in the van.
Okay.
So the gear stick used to be a little lower, so you could put your knee over it, and it was lovely. Your knee didn't kick off the gear stick, and now the gear stick is now higher in the van, and your knee bangs off it.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but I want to say to Renault, lads, you were onto a good thing there where you had the gear stick. Can you lower it back down in your newer model so that in 13 years' time I can afford one with the lower down gear stick? Because my problem is they stopped making these lower gear stick models in 2014. That's ages ago.
Have you ever
I think it'd be a great little piece for the podcast. Me going to France to try and talk to the head of Renault about.
Did you ever get? I don't mean this in a bad way. Did you ever get tested?
No, but I think it'd be a might. Imagine if I win, I could make a documentary about it. Bring a GoPro. Do you know? You're really good at the cameras. You can come with me and we can stay in a hostel and it'll be marvellous.
Do you know what? I would now, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but maybe RT will sponsor it.
They will not, man. They're too busy giving all their money to the two Johnnies.
At the minute.
You're annoyed that you can't buy a new van because the gear stick is too high in the van.
I love Renault vans, but they fucked them up with the gear stick. They've put them in the wrong spot. For me, and I'm sure everybody else, but nobody else realises that's the reason they don't want a Renault anymore.
So when they don't realise, you mean it doesn't bother them?
No, it bothers them. It's just they don't realise it.
So you should look up a forum and see if everyone's giving out about the new gear stick.
I can't see that happening.
Your problem, Ray, is... I don't know one of them as well. Welcome, everybody. Your problem is that you don't like anything to change, ever. And I'm the same as you, Ray, but sometimes
I do like change.
No, you don't, because you're going... What you want is... You're saying, I wonder could Renault just remake my 07 van brand new?
But no, but what they've done is they've ruined it because your knee is banging off the gear stick and no one wants that. But I think this is incumbent of all car manufacturers.
You're man-spreading. That's what's wrong with you.
What do you mean a man-spreading?
You're man-spreading. You're getting the gun house.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Everyone is seeing up into your business.
Yeah, but nobody's down at the accelerator pedal looking at me.
That's a microaggression. It doesn't matter if you're doing it in your car or anywhere, Ray. That's exactly why the feminists are up in arms right now, because of people like you. And I actually, for one... I want to give all the plaudits to Renault
for doing that.
Finally making fellas close your legs.
Close your legs, Ray.
Every fella all around the place. Yeah, close your legs and have a bit of respect for women, yeah? Right. Stop manspreading. And it's not an excuse to say, actually, balls are hot. Like, balls are really hot. That's why I got to let some air into them. You're manspreading all over the place. And it's a microaggression. It's actually abuse.
It's not abuse.
It is abuse to women.
It's not.
It is... Okay. Woo! Excuse me. This man is trying to get some air into his balls, and I'm actually triggered now. It's actually that's what it is.
You think that's what's happened? Renault has been taken over by women saying close them up.
Yeah. Because they're making Ray. You just think that women can't drive vans. That's what's wrong with you. It's not a man's world anymore. It wouldn't be nothing without a woman in it.
Would we talk about some shout outs?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah. Who?
Sure. A shout out to our actual New York correspondent.
Who?
Hey boys, he said.
We have so many of them. Which one is this? Because everyone's arguing over that one.
This one here is Michael.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Michael, anyway, he said, hey boys, just heard the Alan Clark show, which I hope it's our live show with him and not Alan Clark's more famous one since. I, as your New York correspondent, was not in attendance. That New Jersey fella, remember your man Thomas that was at the show?
Oh yeah.
Gracie's brother.
Gracie's Thomas.
That New Jersey fella was a pure mockery.
Yeah, no.
Isn't that a lovely way of putting a jibe on someone?
I just like that there is genuine competition out there to become our stateside correspondent.
But to call someone you're a pure mockery.
That fella's an absolute mockery.
You're a pure mockery.
But she's an outsider. See, New Jersey's not New York, you see.
Yeah, and Michael also got married on the same day as me.
Oh.
And that was to his lady Caitlin.
Caitlin.
K-A-T-L-I-N.
Or Cochleen.
Osquelga. No, it's spelled terribly, but it sounds... it's Cochleen, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a shout out? Cheers from New York City.
Me all boy, fair play to
you. Also, Tara Garvin, she's just started. She texted to say that she's 20 hours in, and I apologised for the distraction.
Yeah.
There's a long way to go.
Yeah, no, so she won't hear this for ages and ages. I hope she's not fucking listening to that from the start. I'd love to delete our first 219 episodes.
No, you can't.
Honestly.
Yeah. No,
I found myself listening back, though, lately to us, because we never listen back to ourselves.
No, we don't.
And, It's a lot better in the cold light of day sometimes because we edit it up here and then you go, geez, I hate myself. I absolutely hate myself. But if you listen back a little
it's not too bad.
You're kind of going, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Shane Gillen.
Yeah.
He was at the U2 gig. What did you make of that? Have you seen little clips of that?
Yeah.
They're in the Sphere in what you call it?
Sphere looks unbelievable.
It's beautiful.
But ask me, am I mad to go to it?
Do you want to go to it?
No.
Well, that's why you don't get nice birthday presents.
No, but I just don't.
See, you don't
Shane,
fill me full of, I could have said a
I'll
word
fill
Shane.
you. No, I'll fill
would
you
have said,
full of whatever you
Shane,
want.
Mark would love to go to see the U2 gig in Sphere. But every video I see, they look really small. They're like little ants.
Yeah, you're miles up. I mean, I get the experience. I
can't see Bono's jaw. And I like to see Bono's jaw.
I've always been mad to see Bono's jaw, Ray.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. If I could see Bono's jaw, I'd go now. Yeah,
That's what's missing.
No.
It's not really a U2 show. It's a big cinema with Bono's ant impression.
Yeah, and then a massive cinema screen. Like, would you go? Would that be something that'd make you go? Yeah, I'd love to go to that.
I mean, if I had any money at all.
Yeah.
At all. I'd have the tickets booked.
I'll tell you what'd make you go.
What?
If you go home now and if Laura said, geez, I'd like to look at that spear thing. You'd be like, yeah, I have it booked. We're going tomorrow.
I wouldn't tell her that. I'd book it and then surprise her with it and then she'd divorce me.
She divorced you then said, I can't
she
believe.
Said, where is the house?
Yeah.
I'm still living with Sean O'Reilly. Where is the house?
That's
we
the
are
biggest
now
problem.
married
and
we're sharing a house with a Cavan man.
How is that working? Being married, sharing a house with a Cavan man.
Brilliant. He's been away gigging rock and roll star abroad in Switzerland for a week.
I'd say you don't know yourselves without him.
We don't.
Do you miss him?
No.
Will you miss him though? Because eventually you're going to have to.
I do miss him. I miss chatting to him. It's great when he does get up around 12:30 or 1 o'clock, which would be my lunchtime.
Yeah.
And it's great company for the lunch break.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you get to find out what happens the night before.
Yeah.
Up and
At
down
one of
town.
our gigs. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you get all the scandal and who was in? Just Melly was in.
Melly was there. No,
Stewie
was there.
Yeah.
The boys were flying.
Yeah, the boys were flying. So it's nice that.
So you will miss him when you move out there,
Yeah, you miss the positive head now.
I think Laura has to be careful what she wishes for. If she is kind of going,
Ray,
we need to get out from underneath. We need
the
to
problem
go
is she'll miss that extra.
I think she'll miss looking after someone.
She will, yeah.
But sure, she might have to look after something else. So you wouldn't know all of a sudden.
You never know, yeah.
You.
Me,
yeah.
The one thing she's not looking after them, I actually spent 2 nights this week sleeping.
It's my emotional needs.
I spent 2 nights sleeping in Sean's room this week.
Why?
Because I was off the charts.
With the
sleep talking.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Have you got some of it? No?
I have.
Yes!
Friday night, I was home from Sligo's Got Talent, which is still ongoing in the Garvogue.
Tis. Every Friday.
Lots of drama.
Yeah. I'll be hosting it soon.
You will?
Yeah.
You're right, you're going to do one.
I am. I'm going to host it now.
Okay, here we go. I'm just going to skip through it, see how we get on. Stop.
Who are you telling? Stop.
I don't know.
Stop.
Oh, I was very resolute in that last one. And then...
How is that now that you went climbing up there?
Something about climbing up there?
Johnny. No.
Can I ask you, if you were asleep beside me and you woke up to that, how terrified would you be?
I'd be ringing the local priest. I swear to God, Ray, if someone was like that beside me, I'd be calling on the power of Christ. Are you aware of that?
The last night I actually woke up when I was in the matrimonial suite. I woke up and I started rubbing Laura's dressing gown.
Boobies.
Rubbing Laura's dressing gown.
Oh, I am. I'm asleep, son. Oh, I'm fast asleep. Oh, fuck.
I started rubbing Laura's dressing gown because I thought it was the cat.
Jesus
So I was
Christ.
over rubbing the dressing gown.
He
was like, what are you doing there?
I can't see it.
What possibly would you have said there now?
You were trying to rub the phone.
No.
Woo!
I thought it was the cat.
No, you thought it was a cat, is right,
Yeah, a cat.
I tell you
CAT.
what, that's a good. I must try that one now. Mark, get your hands out of me, fucking off me arse. I'm fast asleep.
For many a year, I have thought about taking advantage of it.
That's
But
disgusting.
I think I'd probably get... I think I get the same response. She'd end up... It's nothing worse waking up from a lovely, peaceful slumber to someone shouting at you.
Oh, yeah.
It's really annoying.
I get it every morning.
Do you?
But yeah, I do, yeah.
You baby.
Get up to
Yeah,
fuck. I'm ready for the full day. That's fucking traumatic, Ray. It's getting more and more traumatic as the days go on. Like, how do you fix something like that?
Well, Laura says I have to go and talk to someone.
I was just going to say.
Why would I want to go and talk to someone? How can you talk about something that you don't know about?
That's what they do to you, though.
Yeah, like, I mean...
If you go and see a therapist, Ray, they say to you, what do you think is wrong with you?
Yeah, and I don't know.
And you go, sure, I haven't a clue. And they go, geez, I don't know either.
Yeah.
Did your father love you? And you go, no, he didn't. He fucking hated me. He kept kicking the ball up into the sky. Good, catch the
only dream I remember from the weekend was Anna Higgins. Do you know Jamie's Anna? Jamie's Anna. Yeah. Right, Anna Higgins was organising a surprise birthday party for Laura in the cinema. That's the only dream I remember. And I remember I was sitting out where to get the popcorn, and all the girls were all excited about Laura arriving. And it was Anna Higgins and Megan Higgins organising the big fancy birthday for her, which was random as fuck.
That's so random.
It was so random.
No, I get bad night.
Could I have been going, stop, please.
Please don't organise something for her, please.
That's my job.
I organise everything. Please.
It's coming to the U2 gig in the street.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I get some bad ones. Like, I did once have a dream where I was handcuffed to a radiator and there was a fella trying to kill me, and Nicola was asleep, but she was smirking at me.
Is that not a film with that lady that used to be in Beetlejuice?
I don't know.
Where she'd just be handcuffed to a radiator.
I think I know the difference between a dream and a film, Ray.
True.
I don't know, like...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I wasn't in the Beetlejuice thing.
What's her name, the girl?
Does anyone else have... I don't know what that even is.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have this dream where you're trying to run away from something but you can't run fast?
No.
Well, you can't run fast anyway, so
that would be the definition of a dream for me.
My worst one is where I'm trying my damnedest to run and it's like I'm running in the mud and I just can't get away. But I wake up shouting at Nicola when in the middle of a dream.
Oh, right.
So my dreams get so, what's the word, lucid, is it? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Where I know I'm in a dream, right? And I end up knowing I'm in a dream and then I go, shit, is it called sleep paralysis or something?
But that's the thing, yeah.
So, and then I know that in order to be able to get out of this dream, I have to shout at Nicola.
Yeah.
So I'm very aware I'm in a dream. And I'm asleep beside Nicola. I have to shout, and I'm trying to shout at her, Nicola.
But are you actually shouting at Nicola?
Yeah. So she'll wake up then, yeah.
Oh, so you're as bad as me?
Maybe, but I'm
aware.
Why
don't you record? Let's hear some of your nights.
Yeah, but I have to get stressed out of it, though, for that to happen to me.
Oh, we can arrange that. We can arrange that so we can.
It does happen. Well, should I download that app as well?
I think everybody should.
I think it's a bit more rare, but it might be worth it when it does come into it. Like, I'll be roaring at her.
I'd love now if you... Yeah, and God knows what we'd catch in that room.
And then I have to... About a minute and a half of...
Ali number 2.
Fuck's sake. The other thing is as well.
What did you say the night of your wedding when you put on your big Snoopy hat? And he said, "Thank you very much, Nicola. We've had a tremendous day. Now let us retire."
Yes, I will retire to my slumber now.
Yes,
and we shook hands.
And a baby was born.
Yeah. Sometimes when a man and woman love each other very much, they shake hands and
a baby
agree.
Was born.
They have a mutual contract of saying, "This, the baby's going to be born now. Thank you so much indeed. Good night." But I do have to sit up in the bed then for 20 minutes because if I fall back asleep, I'll fall back into that dream.
Into the dream where you're running really fast but can't get away.
Yeah, or someone has me tied to a cupboard or something, or
Jesus, Mark, you're messed up.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying stop, please.
No, I'm fucked up as well. We're all fucked up, Ray. Yeah. We have all of our childhoods messed us up.
Yeah. Does your father love you?
I don't even think he knows I'm still here. Sometimes I do land at the door and I do find that he goes, "Oh Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot actually."
Oh, it's yourself.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot you were one of them.
You were one of the lads.
You know?
Yeah.
We have been fucked up.
Hopefully we'll be better soon.
Fingers crossed. Listen, the live show is on the 2nd of November in Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre.
Tickets are flying.
Stafford
Tickets are flying. I'm surprised.
I can't believe it. We've sold 800 tickets already.
But the problem is, though, and I'm being serious here, the problem is there's only some certain number of chairs that we can put out in Anderson's.
That actually is kind of true, though.
And that's a problem because otherwise you will actually... I'd love to get to the point where we have to close the ticket sales.
So I think we have a limit on it.
We do.
It is quite hard to hit that limit, but it's possible to hit that limit.
Yeah, it's looking like it.
And then if people... And we're not just saying this to promote it, but if people do wait until the last week, you might be in trouble. We don't know yet, but it's possible. Yeah, anyway, so go on to sligolive.ie and search for Kendy Raybo Podcast, or just go straight to the link in our bio. Justine Stafford's special guest on the night. And then right after that live show, we're announcing the next one, which is the Christmas one, which is going to be huge. Yes. So do keep an eye out for that as well. Fair play to Brendan for flicking the keys clean off himself. A big fair play to me for having a birthday. Not that anyone gives a shit.
Happy birthday. Were we singing happy birthday?
No, I couldn't be arsed now. Sing me happy birthday.
Yeah.
You might as well have had a birthday party in an old folks' home.
Too loud.
With the way that was done. Just a load of people going, one more year before I'll be dead soon now.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God. No, you'll be dead soon, Mary.
You'll remember this one. Look, we'll celebrate it Thursday night up at the Alan Clark show. If anyone would like to come, we're up there.
Yeah, and we have a van going, so give it a shout.
We'll bring you up in the
bag. Listen, Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo Podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and wonderful food items, and Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge.